You do not need to be good at French to become confident in French. In fact, you can be confident, you can be engaging, charismatic, interesting right now, regardless of your level. Still don't believe me? Keep on listening and I'm going to prove it to you immediately. Welcome to Quirky French Podcast, the podcast that helps you speak more confidently, feel more focused, and be more in control of your French learning journey. Prêt? C'est parti! Bonjour, bonjour! Hello and welcome to episode 40 of Quirky French Podcast, the podcast that will help you get over your fear of speaking French and become fluent and confident in French. I'm your coach Naima from quirkyfrench.com, and in today's episode we're going to do a really simple exercise that will show you how your level of French is completely unrelated to your confidence in French. I've been saying it over and over in the previous episodes. Your level of French is completely unrelated to your confidence. And so if you've been a bit insecure about your French, if you've been scared of making mistakes, scared of speaking with native speakers, perhaps you assume that you'll become more confident once you improve your level of French. You might be ashamed of your level of French, and so you might think that you need to improve your French and that this is what will make you confident. But that's wrong. This is actually a misconception, all right? And the best way for you to realize it is to see for yourself. So today I'm going to share with you one exercise that's both incredibly easy to do and incredibly difficult at the same time. Because in today's episode, you are going to count from 1 to 20. Easy, right? But you're going to have to do it in a super confident way. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so really the whole purpose of today's episode is to show you that you don't need fancy vocabulary, you don't need to use complex sentence structures, and you don't need to improve your level of French to experience confidence inside and to come across confident, okay? And that's why counting from 1 to 20 in a confident manner really forces you to face yourself, because you can't rely on the content, you can't rely on your words. You have to look at other elements that make you confident, okay? So the first question is, when you think about confidence, what comes to mind? Think about people that you know personally, or think about, famous figures that exude confidence. What is it about them that makes them confident? Take a few seconds to think. So when we think about confidence, we often think about the voice, a voice that inspires confidence or strength or power, a voice that sounds in control or engaging. There is something about the voice, and that could be the intonation of the voice, the volume, the pauses. All of those elements can completely influence how you feel inside and what you're expressing to the audience. And then we often think about your body language. Do you make eye contact? How much space do you take in a room? What kind of gestures do you use? What your posture is like? All of those elements are really important, okay? And then I simply want you to count from 1 to 20, but just play with those numbers and just tell me a story. Just bring me in and keep me engaged in that story of yours, okay? That's all. I just want you to do that. And here's a little demonstration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so just play with those numbers, all right? It's okay if your pronunciation isn't perfect. If you miss a number, that's fine. Again, it's all about how you deliver, the energy that you put in rather than what you say, okay? If you start practicing this on a regular basis, what's going to happen is that you're going to shift the focus on your energy, on your personality, rather than what you say. And so that means that even if you have a conversation with really simple language, and even if you talk about really basic stuff, you'll really be present and you'll be focused on making that emotional connection. And this is really challenging because it really forces you to face yourself, and you can't really use your bad level of French as a safety net or as an excuse to explain why you're not confident, because it really starts with how you feel, not really what you say. All right, so take it away now, and you know what to do. Ideally, you want to practice in front of a mirror, or even better, record a video and then watch it back so that you can identify the areas that you still need to work on. I really want to know if this exercise is a game changer for you or an eye-opener. So let me know. Tell me how you experienced this exercise and tell me what you've learned about yourself and about your confidence when you did this exercise. I really want to know. So leave a little comment and I'll make sure to reply. That's it for today. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll catch up with you next week for another episode of Quirky French Podcast. And as always, keep learning, keep growing, and keep it quirky. Merci beaucoup et à la semaine prochaine. Salut, salut. Bye.